What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
How do you get over a breakup?
Get drunk.
Like
we're doing right now.
Y'all get over a breakup right now?
The only way to get over one is get under another. Amen.
So you got a side piece.
Maybe I got 3. Maybe I got 7.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want, but till he's serious, I'm a boo.
So how many you got on your roster right now?
Maybe 4.
1. She said 1.
Maybe 4. How many you got on your roster?
None.
You trying to add 1 to it?
Add 1?
Yeah, you trying to add 1 more
you?
to it? Yeah, that's me.
Maybe, I don't know.
So I can get your number?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So as we know, this is the original video to the Hawk Tuah girls, claim to fame. And so this is like the full, when they walked on the street, he walked up to these 2 young girls and these 2 young women, was talking to them. And then it led to the whole situation of her saying Hawk Tuah and all that. But I want us to pay very close attention. One of the reasons I wanted to review this is because I knew that there was going to be more intricate details, involved with the situation. But I want us to just take note of this friend and how she portrays herself. And it also shows how she views her friend that she's with as a little bit different from her, right? Like the first question that this man asked was, how many you have on your roster? She's like, I don't know, maybe 4, maybe 7, maybe this, maybe that. And immediately when he formulated the question to the friend, she was like, none. So much so that the friend, Miss Hawk Tuah was like, well, girl, you lying, you're not even telling the truth. But it's because of how she is trying to protect her image and how she's going to be perceived. I want us to just pay attention to that.
There you go.
You got it.
There you go.
I got one more. I got one more for you.
Questions. Like, you gotta make it good.
Leave a message to your last body.
My last body?
Yeah.
I miss you. Come back.
You miss him.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was doing his little thing.
Yeah.
What's your type?
Like me. Like me, but a boy version, pretty much.
Explain.
I can. Go ahead.
That guy's calling her now.
Leave a message to your last. Leave a message to your last body.
I love you, Pookie, forever.
They must have been doing the right thing.
What can I say?
Okay.
Beat the cobwebs off this thing.
Are you posting this true?
Immediately, I don't know if you guys heard, but the friend asked, as soon as she said, something about beat the cobwebs off this thing, her friend looked at the cameraman and said, are you guys really going to post this? Like, is this something that you guys are going to post for real? Because she is, a lot of people were saying, oh, they were obviously inebriated. Obviously they were drunk. And that's why, they were just saying all these things in their interview. Oh, this is so funny. This is so this and this is so that. But the Miss Hawk Tuah was, obviously watching her friends across the street. She's saying, hey, it looks like a guy's bothering them. She was very with it. The same way that this young woman, whoever, I don't remember what they said her name was, but she's very aware of what's going on. Are you guys really going to post this? Is that what's really going on? Like, she's very aware of, again, how she's going to be perceived, what people might think, what people might say. Like, she's very aware of her image.
I'm waiting. Come on. She'll be back. Like, I don't know how to answer those.
You know how to answer those?
Like, my type, I don't have a type.
Do you know what makes you wifey material?
Me, wifey?
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Explain. What's everything?
I'm loyal. This is my wife. What makes me wifey material?
What makes her wifey material?
That fat you got.
For real, turn around. Let me see.
You fucking lying.
No, she got it wrong. Go ahead, give me some.
No, man.
Can we have a 360? Can you give us a 360?
This flat
Girl.
So the guy asked her, right? The not Miss Hawk Tuah, her friend. He asked her, can you give me a 360? And she's like, no. Her friend lifts her hand to spin her and she hesitates. She's like, no. He asks the friend and she raises her hand and spins her around. So this is when we can go into friends who are, you know, they're friends with people, but they look at them as beneath them. Or I respect myself, but she's the wild one. She's the crazy one. She's the free one. Let me put her on display, even though I'm allowing her in front of my presence to do certain things that I personally would never do. Instead of having her best interest at heart, you know, I'm going to push her out there because it's funny and we're all going to get a good laugh. But I'm not going to care about how she's perceived because at least I know I'm the one that didn't do it. Hence why Miss Tuah was the one who deleted all of her social media after the situation happened. But the friend kept hers up because she had no problem with her and the way that she was represented in the videos because of the way that she carried herself and the way that she answered the questions. There's a lot of girls who get around some other women and, you know, their friends will put them out there, say anything, you know, have them be the center of attention and go home and go talk about them to their other friends. Be like, girl, she's tripping. She's crazy. She's wild. She's this. Oh, I would never do that. But while their friend is around, they will gas them up and excite them to go be in the forefront and humiliate themselves.
Come on, you gotta get a spicy one.
You want a spicy one?
Yeah.
What's one move in bed that make a man go crazy every time?
One what?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time? That you do?
That I do?
Yeah. That makes a man go crazy every time.
Does not reply.
In bed, Haley.
Oh.
This is for her.
You see what I'm saying? This is a great example. She's like, oh, you got to make it spicy. She's like instigating the entire situation. Oh, you got to make it spicy. You got to liven this up a bit. You got to ask us some real interesting stuff. He asked her, what is the move in bed or whatever the situation is. And she immediately was like taken aback. Like, oh my gosh. She was like shocked. Like, oh, that's too much. No, I'm not answering that. I'm classy. You know, I don't know what kind of girl you think I was, but I was just playing around. But that's taking it a little too far for me. Immediately goes, this is a great question for her. Let me push her to the forefront because she's the one that will embarrass herself, humiliate herself, say anything. She doesn't care how she's perceived. Let me pull her into the camera and you ask her the same question because she's going to answer it perfectly. I saw a lot of people in the comment section. Oh, you know, this is funny. This is just a joke. It's not that serious. Lighten up, this and that. And it's so interesting because at the same time, you know, there's so many complaints about modern women. There's so many complaints about the way that they behave, their lack of decorum, you know, the way that they carry themselves, that there's a lack of, you know, wives around. There's so many people who are saying that. But then when the behavior is called out, when, you know, people would perceive it as a funny or a gimmick or a joke, people are still they're trying to defend it. So is it that men don't want wives, or, you know, is it that men don't want women to portray themselves in a certain way, or is it that they do? And I know for a fact that they do. No man would want his daughter outside talking to this man about her private, intimate details, her roster, or talking about, oh, you know, what kind of position makes somebody go crazy, or nobody would want that. We have to be realistic about these things. We can't be saying out of one mouth that, oh, you know, the women don't respect themselves. They don't have any decorum. You know, they're not. There's no wives out here. You know, get your passport. We out. You know, we're not gonna deal with it. And then when we see women who are portraying themselves in a light and that's very you know, demeaning, disrespectful to themselves, they're not carrying themselves in a certain manner, that we applaud it and we laugh about it. Because it's very contrary. Because what happens is, because this woman went viral, a total of 10 million views on Instagram, 8 million views, I believe, on TikTok. Or I don't remember if it was 10 and 3, whatever, millions of views. There's always going to be some other women who see that, want that same notoriety, and who are going to take these street interviews even further to expose themselves because they want the same highlight. It's a trickle effect. People are like, oh, you know, you need to lighten up. And I don't know if it's people who are new here. I don't know what the situation is, but I'm going to hold us accountable. Because in this whole women supporting women and women should have free. No, I'm going to hold us accountable for real.
What?
You know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck. to and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk to and spit
No,
on
like-
it. Spit on it. If I see you
All right,
before
any
you
more?
raise, I'm gonna cry.
Oh
Any
yeah. Okay, I got another one for y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather? Hold on, is she listening?
Would you rather?
Would you rather have back shots for the rest of your life or missionary for the rest of your life?
Look at the friend's face. She was mortified after she said Hawk Tuah, and she's mortified again after this intimate question is being posed, but she's pushing her friend to answer them because, again, she wants her to be the center of the attention, embarrass herself, put herself out there, put her business out there, and she's just going to sit back and be like, oh, I can't believe she did that, but I would never. That's not a real friend. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not a real friend.
You can only choose one.
Back shots.
Back shots? Why back shots?
Because I don't like somebody looking at me in my face, you know?
You don't like that eye contact?
I don't
'Cause
like
it's a little
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's a
I'm
little
not
bit
a
too
pillow
intimate.
princess,
A little bit
you
too
get me?
intimate. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
What
I'm
about
not a
you?
pillow princess.
Wait, you gotta repeat. I'm sorry. I'm really focused.
Back shots or missionary for the rest of your life? You can only choose one.
That's hard. Hold on.
That's what she said.
Okay, wrap it up. Okay.
Tim and DTV.
All right.
You said we better post that?
Yes.
Okay.
Post it for
All right. Grace the camera. You see what he said? She said we better post it.
Well.
How did they catch you in 4K?
There was a moment in the video when the friend said, oh, if I see this on my For You page, I'm going to cry. I wonder if she was crying. Okay? Because basically the whole world, all of social media saw this video. Okay? Everybody saw it. And again, the minute that certain questions were posed to her, she's like, wrapping up. Let's wrap it up. I don't want to talk about it no more. Yeah, we're done with the interview. We don't want to ask any more questions. But anytime something got a little too gritty, a little too disrespectful, a little too distasteful, she pushes her friend to the forefront. That's not cool. Okay? That's in my opinion. Again, as I'm going to say, it's very vital that we take these things seriously because, again, there's always going to be a younger girl who's watching this, who's saying, oh, I love the amount of attention that she got. I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to go way more in detail. I'm going to be the one that presses the mark because I want to get that same level of notoriety that she got. I want to be the cool girl. I want to, get all this attention and all these followers. I'll keep my social media up and say it. Can we also talk about the fact that for this young woman, Hawk Tuah, she actually was out there and there's people who are literally stalking her, trying to figure out where she lives because they want to see if she can live up to the name that she was given. They want to see if she's really about that or not. That's dangerous. Now, again, whether people are saying, oh, it's too harsh, oh, you need to take a joke, oh, you need to lighten up. No, because I actually care about younger women. I actually care about the way that they are going to see these things and what it's going to do to the minds of the younger girls who are looking up to these things, who are on TikTok, who are on social media, where we already know that the influencer or the people who has the most followers are the ones that they look up to. They're the most admired, and they want to replicate those actions. No matter how far it goes, no matter what they have to do, no matter what they have to say on a street interview or what have you. Again, we can't say that we want, more wives, we want more traditional women, we want more this, we want more that, and at the same time we're praising this type of behavior. It's wild to me. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real. It's wild to me. This is no different than the stuff that, a Sexy Red would say in her songs. I'm keeping it real. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.